Hi, Sam. Thank you. We're really happy with the performance. I think the first 35 minutes is one of the best 35 minutes we played this season at the back of the game in Madrid. And we scored 2 goals. We could have scored 3 or 4, to be fair. Really dominated the game. Very high intensity and understanding what we had to do today to win here. And after, obviously, when they got the red card, the context of the game changed and we were much in control, scored another 2 goals, make certain rotations. So overall, a very, very positive afternoon.
So Leo coming back in front, scoring 2 goals, is that a sign that he's kind of ready for the PSG game?
Yeah, he's certainly ready to play in any position. We have to make certain adjustments, not because of PSG, because of as well the situation we had with Thomas and a few other players, but that's good because the team shows adaptability, versatility for certain players to play in different positions, and that's very much needed, especially when we have the numbers that we have at the moment.
Isan, Daily Mail.
How bad was that tackle on Bukayo in the first half? I mean, you obviously gloved that. He was able to...
Well, the referees made a decision that it is clear. He was a bit sore, but it's nothing serious, so it's good.
Overall, what were your thoughts on Saka and Odegaard's performance? Seemed to have run the show and straight up there.
Yeah, I think they were very good, both of them. Bukayo didn't score, but he contributed to a few goals. Same with Martin. So overall, I think collectively we were very, very strong today as well.
Charlie?
You said Bukayo's okay. Initially, when one of your key players goes to the ground there, were you really worried at all that maybe it was a serious injury?
I do, especially with the numbers that we have right now, and especially when they are back to goal, because normally it's the moment when the foot is planted, your weight is there, and you cannot really react to it. But he's fine.
Is this a decision you've got to make for Wednesday now, in terms of juggling your team again, in terms of maybe keeping everyone fresh, but you obviously don't want players like Saka to suffer an injury again. So you've got to juggle things a bit.
Yeah, but we have to play with 11. We have to somehow put 11 players out there and have 4 or 5 changes. So let's see how they recover in the next few days. The good thing is they are willing to play because they like the rhythm as well. We are so used to that rhythm every 3 days that the boys are demanding it, and then we don't have a game at the weekend. So do we have a gap there? So let's see how we get on Wednesday.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
I think that's the first time Ben, Bukayo and Martin have started together since November.
Unbelievable, eh?
So just on that, I mean, obviously you've missed them as a trio a lot this year, but is that kind of, I guess, what you've wanted to see from the team, that fluidity that they showed today?
Yeah. Very happy for Ben, especially because obviously he's missed a lot of football. He's been so consistent.
Ipswich 0-4 Arsenal. Bukayo Saka escapes bad injury after horror tackle in big away win. Bukayo Saka was fortunate to escape a bad injury after a horror tackle from Ipswich defender Leif Davis in Arsenal's win at Portman Road. Davis was shown a straight red card in the first half when he raked his studs down the back of Saka's right ankle with a nasty late challenge. Saka received lengthy treatment but was able to continue before being taken off 10 minutes into the second half. He had a huge ice pack strapped to his right ankle as he was sat on the bench in the second half. But the fact he avoided serious injury was a major relief for Arsenal ahead of their Champions League semi-final with Paris Saint-Germain. Leandro Trossard scored twice as Arsenal cruised to victory against Ipswich to delay the Liverpool title party. Ipswich were reduced to 10 men on 32 minutes when Davis was shown a straight red card for his late challenge on Saka. Saka was fortunate to avoid a bad injury, but the Arsenal man was able to continue after lengthy treatment and missed 3 big chances before half-time. The second half was a non-event as Arsenal coasted to victory, with Trossard scoring his second and substitute Ethan Nwaneri adding a 4th late on. Arsenal went ahead after 14 minutes when Trossard finished well from inside the area. Mikel Merino should have doubled the lead with a header from a corner, but Arsenal did get a second goal on 28 minutes when Gabriel Martinelli tucked home at the back post. Arsenal increased their gap to the teams chasing second place and delayed Liverpool's inevitable Premier League title victory with a simple Easter Sunday victory in Suffolk. Arsenal took the lead through Leandro Trossard, who was actually on the floor when he swung his leg at the ball, which trickled comically into the Ipswich net. The second was scored by Gabriel Martinelli. Tapping in after a lovely backheel flick by Mikel Merino in the box, Bukayo Saka was lucky to escape unharmed from a dangerous stamp of Leif Davis stuns on his Achilles before halftime. a challenge that saw the Ipswich man sent off. The Gunners would make it 3 again, through Trossard, and this time from a well-worked short corner leading to a Rice pass into the Belgian to strike low into the corner. David Raya remained untested for large portions of the game but had to stay alert at all times and was strong with his distribution. Ben White coming in for Jurrien Timber to help build up match fitness. Strong defensively, while offering the overlaps to Saka and Nwaneri, but his crossing lacked the edge it did last season. William Saliba, a relatively straightforward display from Saliba after the drama of the Bernabeu, where he gifted a goal to Vinicius Jr., not necessarily tested and dealt well with any pressure he found himself under throughout the afternoon. Jakub Kiwior, the Polish international, just looks like a completely different player these days, and continues to grow in confidence both in and out of possession. Alexander Zinchenko, a rare start for the Ukrainian international at left-back, but perhaps more suited than Kieran Tierney to the style of Mikel Arteta. He played the inverted position like he used to when he was the undisputed figure for the position. Declan Rice, after back-to-back man of the match displays against Real Madrid. Rice was moved into the number 6 position but was still vital to the Gunners' forward play here. While certainly having to put in a greater defensive shift with some strong challenges and interceptions, he was always looking to send the ball into advanced positions. Mikel Merino, like Rice, Mikel Merino was moved in the structure too, and into midfield, perhaps a sign of things to come with Thomas Partey suspended for the first leg against PSG, and he delivered a masterclass in the first half. Despite the Spaniard spurning a great chance to score in the first half, heading across from a corner over the bar when the goal was gaping, he was so strong in every duel, progressed play, recovered and calmed. His backheel flick for the second goal was just lovely, if indeed that was his intention. Martin Odegaard, I think I may have underestimated Martin Odegaard's performance against Real Madrid in midweek. His emboldened approach to want the ball, start play and transitions gets lost in the swell of pressure surrounding the need for goals and assists. At Ipswich, he was again always making himself available all the time, finding space, driving the team forward and finding Trossard and Saka in the final third. Some of his passes into the box deserved a better outcome, as hopefully we've started to see more from the skipper. Bukayo Saka, good work on the right-hand side in the first half to pick the ball up, driving at the Ipswich defense before finding the perfect cross that landed at Trossard's feet. Again, involved in the second goal, finding the cross that would eventually lead.